fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Todoroki. And well, quite a bit of things have happened. However, I do want to address this before I do continue. A lot of people are curious as to why Todoroki still does show hate for Deku, even though the two are very similar in not only their lives, but their circumstances. Deku was quirkless with no power, and the moment he finally did gain power and come to this world, he was taken as a slave. And, well, the rest is all you guys have seen. He lashes out at anyone that does try to give him an order, and he shows that he's willing to kill to get his way. No matter how little, it does matter to him. He shows an actual disdain for anything living, if it does piss him off. And you do have Todoroki, who was quite the opposite. He was popular, he was very famous in his old life. However, coming here, he lost his power, and he was immediately enslaved, where, after he did break free, he learned that he was used as a tool for murder. He wanted to show he was a good person. He wanted to be a good person and repent. However, people, they immediately just branded him as an imposter, a fake. He could have defied the king if he wanted to. And people compared him to, well, Deku. Now, Todoroki, yeah. He shows a disdain for the fact that Deku, no matter how much bad he does, no one cares to bat an eye towards him. However, while he does want to do better, people still hold him in that high regard of villainy. Now, with that out of the way, I do believe that would clear some stuff up. Now, Todoroki, he has set out on an adventure, where he's trying to find a dungeon in the demi-human Fox Nation that should contain a specialized herb he does need. Now, it has been almost 3 months since the war has come to an end, and Todoroki, he did recently just visit a town that Deku has made. Now, he did talk to Deku for a brief minute, and discovered that the two were very similar, and it did somewhat deeply disturb him. The idea that this guy's from the same place, Earth, a different world, and yet they turned out so differently. It's very, well, what's the best way to say it? Frightening. If Todoroki just simply made different choices, different circumstances, what would have happened to him? But he does try to think. Deku was left alone. Is that the problem? Is that why he snapped? No, wait, there was those other people. But he did have to kill them. Was that his point of no return? Now, Todoroki, he does ponder the story, wondering exactly how much of it is real and which one of it is fake. Now, we do actually have later that night, where Todoroki's sitting on a campfire and at least trying to lay down. He's prepared some meat. And, well, yeah. He's drinking some water, as he does think about that cushy lifestyle he did so used to live. It does suck. He did have a comfortable bed, and, well, apparently at least drink some wine and stuff like that. Or, well, technically poison. But it wasn't all that bad. He had a nice place to sleep, a nice room to stay in, nice clothes, and from what he does understand, a lot of money he could use to buy weapons and stuff to help protect the king. However, there's also the fact that tight leash he was put on. Anytime he heard anything he wasn't supposed to, he was immediately beaten and then reprogrammed, you could say. Now, Todoroki does rule over all these events. There's this instant, there's this instant, there's this instant where memories don't add up. They change and differ. Now, Todoroki does get pretty lost in thoughts. As we actually do, however, there's a sound directly behind him. Him jumping up and spinning around. Him going to bring up his left hand, and he does inform them that he does have ice magic at his disposal. And if they're going to try to attack him in his sleep, then they should be aware. It won't work. Now, Todoroki does just try to think. Okay, be prepared for anything. Okay, you don't need to get caught off guard. Now, Todoroki does wonder, though. This is how it happened to that guy. He can't let it happen to him. Now, you do actually have where somebody, they do come walking out. And Todoroki does see a, girl with her hands up. Hey, it's okay. Listen, we were just trying to pass by. We mean you no harm. We? So there's more of you. Yes, me and my 2 companions. Okay. Well, Todoroki does say, him somewhat relaxing as he does throw his head over his shoulder. He won't be sneak attacked. Turning back towards her. You're passing through, right? Yes, we are. Tell both of your companions to come out of hiding, please. Okay. The girl turning in, saying the name of 2 of her friends. As both of them, they do come out from behind trees. Listen. I don't know if you're bandits or anything, or, bad people. But you should be aware traveling at night's not too good. You guys have horses, right? Not really. No. Okay, well, I would offer for you guys to sit down and join me, but I want my horse here when I wake up in the morning. No, listen, we're not thieves. Now, Todoroki does stare at this girl. He really wants to believe her. He really wants to have that faith. However, he can't. Being trusting is the problem here. This world is not that way. This world's about survival. So that's his whole thing, isn't it? That's why he does it. That's gotta be it, right? Now, Todoroki does look at these 3, as he does go to bring up his sword and holster it. Okay. I can't offer you much, but I at least do have some meat. We'll be fine. Just the fire would be enough. Now, Todoroki does go to walk over by his horse and sit down, as he does go to reach his hand over and grab another log, tossing it into the fire, as the 3 do walk over and come to sit down. Now, all of them do stare at Todoroki, as he does look around to see exactly who he does have here. Now, the 3 they do all stare at him, and Todoroki, for a minute, he does think that these 3 do know who he is, and that they might be planning something. Now, Todoroki does ask his, great sage to scan the area, using his enhanced hearing. And Great Sage does come up with nobody else around the area, except for these 4 and his horse. Now, he doesn't go back to looking at them. Okay, so, who are you guys? Oh, well, we're some adventurers. We're heading to a dungeon nearby. Nearby? Yeah, all 3 of us. Now, Todoroki does a somewhat stare, as I will introduce you guys to Sammy, the Oni shaman, Eldrin, the elf warrior, and Carly, a human wizard. Now, with the introductions out of the way, Todoroki does finally at least have it go back to him. All of them asking exactly who he is. Oh, well, Todoroki just thinking, if I use my real name, they'll hear about me. They'll know I'm that, well, thing people tell stories about. Shit. Okay, Todoroki going to look up and say a fake name. As all of them, they do at least stare at him. Oh, really? Do you have another name? Not really. I've never heard it. Hmm? Really? Why? My father abandoned me when I was very young. And I know who he is, but I don't really like him. So I don't want to go by that name. Oh, sorry. So why are you out here all by yourself? Um, Funny you should mention it. I'm actually heading to a dungeon, and I think the one you guys are talking about might be it. Hmm? Really? Yeah. I'm trying to find a special herb inside. And, well, I'm not too sure where to go with that. I haven't really ever been in a dungeon. Now, Todoroki does pose it as a question. He's never been in a dungeon? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm just fine. It's just I've kind of been through a lot lately. Oh, did you participate in that war? Hmm? No. But well, I have gotten free of something else, though. Oh, now, you do actually have, well, Eldrin, who does go to bring up his hand, telling Sammy, or not Sammy, telling Carly to stop. Hmm? Why? I was just gonna ask a question. Carly, I believe we all know the answer to that question. Now, Carly says, look at Sammy. She knows what she was gonna ask, right? Hmm? Carly, I don't think he wants to talk about that. Oh, yeah, you're right, sorry. Okay, well, if you guys want, you guys can sleep first. I can keep watch. Hmm? You sure? Yeah. I'm not really tired. I don't get very much sleep anyways. Hmm? Alright, that's fine. Now, you do actually have Eldrin, who he does go to stay up, as he does want to talk to Todoroki some more. This guy's story doesn't add up. He looks about around the age to fight. He couldn't be more than, what, 16, 17 years old? If not, at the very least, he's got to be a young man. 18, right? The young man's fairly buff and large. Along with that, there's his hair. If he would not have known it, then this man could be an elf. Just cover the ears and, well, the rest is history. Now, the man he does speak to Todoroki some more, trying to learn some more information about their new companion. Now, the man, he does go on to ask Todoroki a question. Would he happen to be elvish? Hmm? Uh, I'm sorry? Hmm? Would you happen to be elf or half-elf? Uh, no, I'm not actually. I'm just human. In fact, well, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm kinda surprised. I've never met an elf before. Along with whatever she is. Him looking towards Sammy. Hmm? Ah, yes, she would be an Oni. Hmm? Oni. What is that? Well, the definitions do get riddled sometimes, but from what I've at least heard, they're like a mix species. Hmm? Yes, they're sort of like a mix of hobgoblin, human, ogre, and many other species. In fact, very many of my elvish brethren are the same way. Hmm? Really? Yes. I believe humans are also like that as well. Differences in physical appearance, stature, and many other things. Oh, wow. That's pretty interesting. Really? You did not know this? No, I mean, I've seen demi-humans before, but it's just, I've never really talked to very many. My memory's sort of all messed up at the moment. I see. What would have caused that? Oh, again, I apologize. I briefly forgot. It's alright. I would just rather happen to forget that time. And that's all, really. Hmm. Tell me, you didn't have these memory problems 3 months ago, did you? I did, yes. Alright. I apologize. I know humans aren't the best people, but if it is all due with due consideration, you'll find that other species do act the same way. Hmm? What? Other species, unlike the humans, well, they're all similar. Sure, the humans, they've used their methods for things. However, most humans that are in the other nations, they don't usually act that way. And even then, there's very small percentages. Wait, there's humans in other nations? Yes. Were you not aware? Not really, no. But if I did have to think about it the same way things were there, but it does make sense. Yes. Now, the man and Todoroki do continue to talk until Todoroki does at least finally feel a bit more tired and head off to bed. Now, we do actually have where the elf man, he does actually go to change shifts with somebody as well. As we do have Todoroki, who as he is laying down, he does just continue to toss and turn. And you do actually have where, well, let's just say Carly, she does notice this. And she does find it to be quite concerning. Until we actually have where Todoroki does is go to jump awake and go to bring up one of his hands as if he's going to punch something. Are you alright? Sorry, you startled me. Um, are you okay? Yeah, just. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Sure thing. Todoroki is going to think. He's up as so might as well. And I'm going to stand up and walk towards the river. Hmm? What are you doing? Well, I'm a bit thirsty. Now, they do what he does do. Him walking over to the river before he does return with a bucket of water. And there, well, Carly is quite confused. Huh? How did you do that? Oh, I just had it over there. Todoroki lying to her. He pulled it from his inventory. Now, Todoroki, yeah. His inventory is a lot smaller than Deku's. Deku, he can use physical power to store objects, as long as he can carry them. However, Todoroki, he uses magic for his strength. So he's limited with his options. Now, Todoroki, yeah. He does just bring the water over before he does go to reach down into his bag and pull out a pan. As you do actually have Carly, who does watch Todoroki, go to boil the water, as she has just stared at him somewhat confused. Now, Todoroki would have explained it, as he does go to make some coffee. Now, he does at least try to learn a bit more about this all. These demi-humans, as he's always heard about, they are just like everyone else. They're just like humans. They're just people. It's quite confusing. They know about the war and everything, but they don't seem to hate him. Is that how this place works? Just one little war and everything's fine? That can't be it. It sounds just so complicated, but so easy. Now, he's trying to wrap his head around it all. As we do whenever he does, go to look at Carly. So, how did you find yourself traveling with them? Oh, well, that's sort of easy. I was actually not on this, well, the human side of the war. Oh, lucky you. Yeah. However, I did get a lot of things for being human. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't your fault. Besides, I'm just surprised. Being over here, though, it's pretty crazy. Now, Carly, she does want to ask Todoroki a question. Has he ever heard of the Black Wolf? The Black Wolf? Yeah. You haven't heard this story before? Uh, no, I don't think I ever have. That name sounds somewhat familiar, though. Hmm? Okay, maybe you have heard of him. Have you ever heard of slave traders and, well, bandits suddenly going missing, only for there to be one miraculous survivor? Uh, no. Okay. I'll tell you the story how I heard it. There was a town somewhere in the Fox Nation. It was relatively large, but it was more like a village. One day there was a man with full black hair, black ears, and, well, a black wolf tail. He came into town one day and people were staring at him. And, well, he was asking a lot of questions. Apparently he may have been secluded growing up or whatever. But, apparently he's never heard that his species went extinct. Later that night, all of a sudden, he was kidnapped, taken from where he was staying. Hmm? Really? Wait, he was kidnapped? Yeah, by bandits. The Black Wolf clan, they fought in the war. Many of their male members of their tribes went missing. Meanwhile, the women and children, they just vanished from their homes. It's believed that they were brought into slave trading. They were left defenseless. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, but here's the real crazy part. The man went missing, but a couple hours later, somebody fell out of the sky. What? Yeah. Slaves all of a sudden came crawling out of the fog in the middle of the night, the dead of night. And a man who was, well, believed to be the leader, he fell from the sky with something carved into his back. And ever since that night, people have been calling it the spirit of vengeance. Or, well, the vengeance of the clan. It's crazy. Are you seriously telling me you've never heard of it? Not really, no. But it sounds like just some guy impersonating them. No, you don't understand. Here's the crazy part. These stories, they're everywhere. What? Yeah, right? They're everywhere. We came from a town where there was a reported sighting. And even then, it's crazy. This guy's in nearly every nation. It's, well, a spirit of, you know, the clan. He embodies the very ideal of well, just righteousness, you know? Mm, it sounds like just a group of people. No, no, you don't understand. This is all crazy. It was believed that he might have been the last surviving member. And, well, if he died and this suddenly happened, it's a curse. Everyone who's ever participated in this whole stuff, they're cursed to die. And they'll die by his hand. That sounds pretty crazy. Yeah, former slaves have tried reporting on him, but not even they really understand what he looks like. People just call him a monster of black. Or, well, black clouds, really. That's insane. Yeah. In fact, well, many people have even tried speculating his origin. After this man died, it's believed that a shaman may have resurrected him. But he was so full of just, well, the vengeance of his own clan, the souls of his people, that they merged into one being. Uh, that's not possible, right? It is. Haven't you ever heard of spirits before? They're all around us. What? Yeah. After the war, many spirits, they're coming back into places. They're at least trying to adapt to the way things are. They don't believe that they'll be taken or, well, what's the best way to say it? Captured and used. You can capture a spirit? Yeah. In fact, all it does really take is magical power. I've heard that it's a lengthy and very complicated process, but all you really need is a few magic stones. It's quite similar to, well, I believe it's called summoning magic. Summoning magic? Yeah. It's like you take. What's the best way to describe it? It's not hair, but it's more like. Okay, here it is. You take the bone of a creature and you get it put inside of a magical crystal. You then imbue that crystal with mana and, well, the magic you've learned. It's complicated, but that's how summoning magic works. If you do that, you'll be able to summon a magical version of that creature, who will obey you. Wait, what? You've really never heard of this stuff, really? Not really, no. In fact, that sounds pretty new. Oh, well, it's a fairly complicated and expensive process, but it's possible. Most people don't use it for fear that the creatures may go out of control, but with enough magical power and training, it's possible to maintain control. Oh, it just sounds like another form of slavery to me. Oh, I I guess. I've never really thought about it that way. Well, that's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. Carly, she does find it to be quite awkward. She got so caught up in her conversation, she didn't really think about how this guy might be feeling. And Todoroki and Carly, they do at least try to change the subject and talk more. As Todoroki does enjoy his coffee for the morning, and they all do eventually head out for the dungeon. Now, Todoroki doesn't be quite strange though. From what he can understand, this dungeon nearby, it may not be the one he is going to. In fact, if he's right in what his, well, mentor, you could say, taught him, then this might be a wild goose chase after all. Did the man know he might run into people? He's got so many questions he needs answered. He's too unsure of himself to know for sure if this is what he's supposed to do. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. Catch you guys in the next part.